Hello guys and welcome to Horologique. Today a very quick video just to share what arrived on the mail today. I have the new Cronos Sub Homage. I have the Pagani Design Sub Homage as well, but the one with the green bezel insert and the black dial. And I have this beauty Saint Martin vintage diver. So 3 brands today, a little bit of variety. And of course, expect to see full reviews of each and every one of these watches very soon on the channel, so stay tuned for that. You will find all the links to these watches in the description below. Alright, let's start with the Cronos. And this is the Cronos, I think they call it Water Ghost. This is the first Cronos on the channel. The original part about this one is that it has that nice carbon fiber dial, and it's real carbon fiber and it looks wonderful. Of course, all that you can expect at this price point. Just to let you know, this watch costs, I paid around 210 euros, so convert that to dollars or pounds or whatever your currency. So it's not a cheap watch, it's more expensive than the Saint Martin. But is it as good? That'll be a very good title for my next video. When I compare this watch, is it better than a Saint Martin? Alright, but it has all the bells and whistles you can expect. It has, of course, a sapphire crystal. It has pretty good loom, we'll see the loom later on. It has a ceramic insert, and it rotates very well. It's maybe a little bit looser than a Saint Martin, but it is very good and precise nonetheless. You have brushed Oyster bracelet, of course solid links, solid end links, milled clasp, all that you can expect at this price point. Okay, and the dimensions. It's supposed to be 40 millimeters in diameter by 13.5 millimeters in height. The log-to-log is 47.8, I believe, and the log width is 20, of course, and it should taper to a 16. This one has a PT5000 movement, which is a clone of the ETA 2824, and it beats at 8 beats per second, which equates to 28,800 beats per hour. So it's a much higher beat than your typical Seiko NH35, and this movement is very much appreciated because it has been certified, or it was sent to be certified by the German equivalent of the COSC. So this movement should come within COSC. We'll see that on the full review. And then let's go to the second watch tonight, and we've got this Pagani Design. It is pretty much like the usual Pagani Design Sub Homages that you've got, and it's your typical 40 millimeters by 13.5, and for 70 euros you get a lot. You get a Seiko NH35, you get a sapphire crystal, you get a ceramic green bezel insert. Alright, and let's check that rotating bezel. It has a little bit of play, but it's better than most Pagani Design rotating bezels I have seen. And it has a display caseback and 100 meters of water resistance. That clasp is all solid and signed. It is a little bit less refined to open than the Cronos, but it is also fully milled. Of course, you have solid links, solid end links, that is a given, screw pins, and you've got a little bit of micro adjustment with this one. Alright. The copy of the Rolex Easy Link. Alright. So there you go for the Pagani Design. And last but certainly not least, you've got the Saint Martin vintage diver. This is a new model by Saint Martin. This is supposed to be a homage to the Rolexes of the 50s and 60s. The references with the gilt dial, so you can see that it has gilt dials, and it doesn't have any kind of metal surrounding the indices. So it's pure and beautiful. And as you can see, they have used some kind of patina, and you've got these faux-aged color, yellowish color on the loom, but also on the markers of the bezel insert. And what I believe is that this one is a homage to the Rolex 6538, the very famous Rolex that the now deceased Sean Connery wore on most of his movies, very reminiscent of those Rolexes, of those first reference Rolexes. If you can see, it has a very nicely domed sapphire crystal, and the case is just wonderful with that very, very nice bevel, mimicking the cases of the older Rolexes, which were much more elegant, with much thinner lugs, a bit thinner as well. They have even tried to mimic the spring-loaded bracelets of the Rolexes from the 50s and 60s. I think this is not as nice. I know what they were going for, but I just hope they had done a classic bracelet. And they have even tried to, in that end link, they have even tried to put a little crease there, because usually these bracelets would be female links. As you can see, the clasp is signed. It is just a double security, but it is fully milled, no quick adjustments, but you've got 4 adjustments on the clasp. The links are solid and the end links are of course solid as well. Okay, last thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you the loom of these 3 watches. Okay, and as you can see, these looms are not bad at all. On the left, the Cronos has the bluish loom. I'm sure it's some kind of Superluminova BW9, quite possibly. In the middle, it's the weakest of all, the Pagani Design, and to the right, the green loom of the Saint Martin. So that's been it for today, guys. As I said, expect reviews of these 3 models pretty soon on the channel. Don't forget to like this video if you found it useful, and to subscribe to the channel to see the coming reviews of these 3 beauties. So thank you again, guys, and see you on the next video. Goodbye.